Hello and welcome to Eyewitness Report. I am Yomi Otaigbe. A peaceful relationship between Olowora and Omole Phase 2 communities in Lagos appears to be on a shaky ground over the installation of an access gate. This is the thrust of this week's edition of the program, plus eyewitness pictures sent in during the week. A warm welcome. What appears to be a good development for one community seems to be causing some concerns for another. That is the situation playing out between Olowora community and Omole Phase 2 estate, both in Ikosi Sherry Local Council Development Area of Lagos State. Both communities are at loggerheads over the plan by the estate to erect a gate at its entry point. We followed up on this issue after receiving pictures of a protest by some of the aggrieved residents of Olowora.
400 meters into Somide Odojinrin Road off Isheri Road is a thoroughfare leading to Olowora, a community separated by perimeter fence from its neighbors Omole Phase 2 estate. Both communities have been coexisting peacefully for years, and now Omole Phase 2 plans to mount a gate few meters before the Olowora passageway. The news does not sound well to Olowora residents who have been used to the path in accessing their community for years. Though the plan is yet to be executed, residents are afraid of the future implication. The inscription on their placards capture their fears. They'll be blocked.
Omole Phase 2 was given as GRA, and then we accepted them. And this is the only road all of us have been using. At a time, they decided to block the other hand there. They pleaded, they said it will be for all of us. Before we know it, they stopped everybody from passing through that area. It was gated, and they started using tickets and sticker, and they were selling it. So you can't pass through that place unless you buy their sticker. So now that they are proposing to block this one, this is the only road remaining after they have blocked that one. We want state government to stop this attempt to block this road, either with gates or whatever, because it has to do with two communities. If it is not done, it may create chaos between the two communities, and I'm sure government will not like that.
If you ask for history, that the state there, the estate was excised from Olowora, and as the landlord of the whole area, they are now trying to overrule us. And the community said they are not ready to take that. Please, we are appealing to the governor of Lagos State that this will be injustice. Our population is more than 500,000. How do we live communally together? People get into that place, we ask them to get down, to trek.
From time immemorial, Olowora Junction, even before this exists, we have been using that place as our entrance. Till tomorrow, there's no another entrance. The other place we are seeing is Isheri, and the Isheri people will not allow them to be using their own area as a road to your own community. What happened to our, if you can just, allow them to do it? And then we let them know that the only thing that you have gate, they have more than 3 gates in that place.
We've been to Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy concerning this matter, then later to Ministry of Transport. And there, the PAMSEC told us that Somide Odojinrin Road, which we are, and then Aina Akingbala are major roads, that they are public roads. It cannot be gated nor blocked.
A community leader explains the position of the Lagos State Ministry of Transportation on the matter.
If they do the gate now, it will be very difficult for us to go out and come in, because the condition they are giving is not something that is meant by any other person in this world. Why do we say that somebody that's coming from Ikeja or from anywhere, getting to that place now, when he's coming to Olowora, you have to get down at that place now, have to trek down to, because we will not allow Okada to walk. We will not allow any other transport bus to enter the community. And that is the only place we have.
However, in their possession is a document from the same ministry whose subject indicates the state government's approval to install an access gate at the entrance of Omole Phase 2 estate. The approval letter dated 28th of September 2021 and signed by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Transportation, Engineer S.O. Olayinka, comes with an 8-point terms and conditions on the use of the gate, including a registration fee of 50,000 naira and an annual renewal fee of 50,000 naira that must be paid by Omole Phase 2 estates to the ministry. The plan to install a gate is confirmed by the chairman of Omole Phase 2 Residents Association.
Yes, it is true we want to install a gate because we have the approval of government to do, but it is not true that we want to cut off anybody.
Few meters from Olora bypass, still on Somide Odujuri Road, an access gate to Omole Phase 2 estate exists. According to the chairman, the position of the gate does not secure the area of the estate, including the stretch of the road in dispute.
The gate is just for the security of our residents so that at night, according to the restrictions given to us by government, by 12 in the night up to 5 a.m. we can secure it. And then our plan is to actually do a thorough and complete security rearrangement of this place. Put street lights, put CCTV, have patrol like we do for the rest of the estate. But we can't do it because people see this place as a no man's land, which is actually not true. It's part of our estate. The map of the government, the model plan of the government confirms it, that this is part of the estate. So we want to install a gate so that people know that this is Omole Phase 2, and whatever we do in terms of the security, people will not complain. But when we want to do anything now, they stop us and say your estate is not doesn't reach or is not up to this place. So that's the issue.
The estate assures that the proposed gate is a measure that will improve the security of the communities.
We are not stopping anybody from accessing the place. We have engaged the Olora community. We've had more than 20 meetings with them. We reassure them that nobody is closing any gate. It's even in the approval given to us by government that we cannot close that gate. We cannot restrict access. We cannot toll it. We cannot use access sticker on it. It is a thoroughfare. But at midnight, when when the men of the dark, when they are at their work, we are able to deploy our security architecture to prevent any mishap to our residents who are living on this stretch.
And we also told them in the course of discussion that they can also appoint a security man to join our security men to observe the gates, which is to say that they can be participants, they can be collaborators. So why do they want to protect themselves and allow us to be left unprotected?
The absence of a gate before the existing one exposes some residents to security risk. Mrs. Ololade Adefulu, who has been living here for over 30 years, shares sad experiences relating to her safety.
Well, we had two major experiences that we didn't like at all, that was bothering on our security. Number one, our culvert here. We used very heavy iron to make the culvert. And by the time we woke up on Sunday morning, that was last year, Sunday morning, they have carted the whole thing away. We did not know those miscreants who did that. Then the second one that we had was that when we were about to replace the culvert, the mason said we should not bring the car inside. We parked the Toyota car outside, and by the following morning we had alarm ringing. They were about to tamper with it. They wanted to remove the brain box of the Toyota Corolla.
So with the gate in place, how will it help you?
It will help also that miscreants will not just come in and out. By the time the gate is locked at 12 midnight and to 5 a.m., we are safe. We know that no unwanted person will come in to the estate. So it's very important, and for our safety, for our security, because we are afraid to even to come out at night. Not really night, but afraid to come out at all. To even walk here by 6 p.m., we can't do it. Because they snatch cars, and they snatch our phones, they snatch bags and all that. They may be on Okada and they just snatch and run. So we are not safe. And for security reasons, they have been excluding us here, and we've been complaining, we've been clamoring for that gate for years. But now that they have approved it, we are grateful to the government that they have approved it.
Environmental and noise pollution are the other issues that have necessitated the need for a gate.
Sometimes as early as 3 a.m., you have some itinerant preachers. They've already come in with speakers. Sometimes at 4:30, 5 a.m.,
when workers are already going to work, you hear shrills of people who are being attacked, their bags snatched. That's the kind of thing we are talking about. That for the security of the area. And interestingly, the Olowera people who are opposing this have gates at their own entry ports. They do have gates which are manned at their own entry ports. What we intend for here is a gate similar to that of Magodo, where there is entry and exit throughout the day for all.
People see this place as no man's land. And if you look at the left-hand side, all sort of shanties are there. They sell drugs, come at night, come and see how the place is. It's even a risk coming into the estate at night. And look at the place here, it's like the headquarters of this scrapyard. And all sort of itinerant people, sundry people come here, and they are security threats to our residents. So if we put a gate, we'll be able to deploy what we have deployed in the rest of the estate here.
Like what?
Yes, we have patrol, we have CCTV in the rest of the estate, we have floodlights, and we have security operatives that patrol. Apart from the issue of security, even compare this place to what we see in the rest of the estate. It's not clean, it's smelly, and all sort of people come here to do whatever they like, especially at night. We don't like that. Our residents live there, and we want to take responsibility for their welfare and for their protection.
At the estate office, the chairman takes us through a layout from the New Town Development Authority. The layout shows that the space between the entry from Isheri Road and the Olowara bypass falls within the land area of 241 hectares allocated to the estate. The estate is also equipped with approval letters from the Ministry of Transportation, the Lagos New Town Development Authority, and the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority to erect an access gate at the location in question.
We applied to NTDA for approval. So we have the NTDA approval, that's New Town Development Authority. After that, after we got the template and the drawings from NTDA, we then took it to Ministry of Physical Planning. And we got the approval of Ministry of Physical Planning in October 2018. The ministry also visited the site of the proposed gate, engaged all of us. After a thorough evaluation of the claims of both parties, the Ministry of Transportation also gave us their approval. The approval of the Ministry of Transportation was on the 28th of September 2021. And you know, before you get approvals, the ministry, all these agencies will have consulted and engaged communities that will be affected by it. So if all these ministries and agencies have certified us, and we are good to go.
In a WhatsApp chat, an official of the State Planning Permit Agency who pleads anonymity also confirmed the authenticity of the approval letter. With its backing from relevant state government agencies, Omole Phase 2 Estate may go ahead with the plan to build a gate. However, future dialogue with its neighbors could make this achievable in a peaceful atmosphere.
On Eyewitness Report, we tell your stories as it affects you as an individual and your community. You can be an active eyewitness reporter by sending pictures and videos you've recorded about activities in your area to our Eyewitness Report portal. Let's show you some of the images sent in for the week.
The next set of pictures from Borno State reveals the remains of internally displaced persons camp in Mafo local government area. The Eyewitness says 448 houses, mostly shanties, were on Wednesday, March 16, gutted by fire at an IDP camp located in Government Girls Secondary School, Mafa, about 50 kilometers away from Maiduguri, the state capital. No life was lost, but properties worth millions of naira were destroyed.
So this is Anthony.
Take your business to the next level with Paystack.
Can you see the truck? If he negotiates a bend now, this thing will fall. Can you see?
Also from Lagos, comes this video showing an unstrapped container which appears to have shifted from the flatbed truck bearing it. The reporter, who is driving behind the truck, is alarmed by the danger it poses to other road users.
Welcome back. In response to the pictures of the bad state of Old Ojo Road and the continued complaints from residents and motorists, we visited affected communities in Oriade Local Council Development Area of Lagos State to find out why they think they've been abandoned by the state government.
Old Ojo Road is a trunk B road of Lagos Badagry Expressway, covering 7 wards in Oriade Local Council Development Area of Lagos State. The road links major towns including Mazamaza, Domorose, Oluti, Agboju, Alakija, Abule Ado and Abule Oshun. But Old Ojo Road offers very little in terms of accessibility, as it's been so for the last decade. Built to serve as an alternative route for travelers along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway who seek an exit into the Old Ojo Township, it hardly serves that purpose now, as motorists prefer to ply the main expressway while turning into Old Ojo Road only when it is absolutely necessary. The road suffers even more from the weight of articulated trucks and tankers. Community members have at different times put in place palliative measures in different portions of the road to bring some respite, which according to them is only temporary.
The Old Ojo Road is one of the oldest roads in Lagos State because it was constructed in 1974 by His Excellency Mobolaji Johnson of blessed memory. So over the years, this road have undergone a series of rehabilitation. But in the last 6-7 years, the rehabilitation has not really have any effect. I remember we wrote to His Excellency Mr. Akinwumi Ambode on the need to dualize this road, but he only gave us his word that if he comes back, he will do it. But unfortunately, he did not. He was not re-elected. So now, as a matter of fact, we wrote to the incumbent governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, on the need for this road to be rehabilitated, to be reconstructed and rehabilitated. So the governor, replied us that they will do the needful as time goes on. But unfortunately, the situation we find the road is still what it is. We as a community development association, we have made many moves. We collaborated with the CCCC, that's a Chinese construction company, whereby we cover some potholes. We go to that direction, you will see some of the potholes we covered up to Domorose and the police station. So these are what we have done. We have collaborated with FEMA. We have collaborated virtually every stakeholder to make this road motorable. This road, as it is, the bad state of the road is having adverse effects economically, health-wise, and socially on the psyche of the people in this community. This place have a kind of a social life in the night. But because the road is bad, many people are evacuating their businesses and every other thing. They are relocating to other places because the road is not motorable. So we want to also use this opportunity again to call on His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, to come to our aid in Old Ojo Road. We know that he's a man of his promise. He will always keep his promise that before the end of this year, this road will be put in proper shape. But we hope that it will help us to facilitate and accelerate action so that this road will be put in proper shape, so that the motorists, passengers, residents will give a sigh of relief.
The commuters who often ply the road feel disconnected from the government and wonder why they pay taxes but can't enjoy the benefits.
On this particular road called Mazamaza, Well, I would say for the past 5 to 10 years now, this is what we have been facing. But if you can see, just look at the road, you will see some blocks and the rest. This is constructed by the youth, and then which the motor parks, they have to buy all these blocks and put it so that for the water to get dry. During rainy season, you cannot pass here. And then the way we suffer on this road, I keep on wondering, the taxes and the rest we are paying, where are they going to? So, but if the government cannot be able to do this road for us, let them just open up and say, okay, individuals should do the road and started collecting the tax. At least it will help us. If you go to other countries, you will see how people are doing. One person can decide to, okay, construct a better road for people to be passing. As far as we apply that road, you pay a better tax. Then you will enjoy your money. When you pay money and you will enjoy it, you will keep on paying. But if you are not enjoying your money, why will you pay? So that's how it is. And we are not happy on seeing this road like this. During time of election, they will come outside and then started giving us one promises and the rest. After election, you will not see them. At the end of the day, they will go to their various houses and continue enjoying the wealth with their families and their children. While we, the masses that put them there, will keep on suffering. In rainy season, you cannot use your private car to pass this road. The only vehicle that pass here are trucks, containers and tankers. Okada cannot pass here during rainy season. So that is just it. So the best thing for them to do is to do it now that is dry season. Because you cannot work on the rainy season time. So in the next few months now, we will get to rainy season. So we will continue our suffering again.
The route is popular with transport businesses, some of whom have begun to leave Old Ojo Road owing to its bad condition.
This road has been like this for more than 5 years. No maintenance. It's manageable now because of this the dry season. If it is rainy season, then this place is no-go area. So we appeal to government to come and do the road for us. The road is too bad. Nothing is moving here. This place is off because of bad road. Just from here to Alakija, Stroku, Blado, it's off. It's because of this road, the transporters use express, and it's causing hold up. This is my terminal there, but it's not moving. So even Okada itself doesn't even move well. Yeah, talk less of transport.
Others lament the impact of the road on the wear and tear of their vehicles.
This our road don't spoil well, Old Ojo Road. This road is the best of the road before. I take a beg on that. Our driver away there, they beg on that. Because if we buy motor like this, 3 months, all in leg don't spoil. We save up now 8,000 naira. Before 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we don't buy another up. If we say the road dey okay, this our motor it go dey last more. I beg God go help on that. We know say water pass plenty pass things. I beg, men are come help us for this road. God go bless on that.
Traveling on Old Ojo Road is a sad experience, particularly during rush hours when there's more vehicular and human traffic competing for space. In turn, man hours are lost. With shallow drains carrying stagnant waters, this difficulty is bound to increase. Residents are asking the Lagos State government to respond to their SOS call speedily.
This edition of the program ends here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Yomi Otaibe.